It was a quiet morning at the Vagheshwari temple in the Girnar region of India. Devotees were arriving for their morning prayers. Nothing indicated that this day would be any different. Until around 10 o'clock in the morning of 2016, a small creature invaded the temple campus. It wasn't a dog, nor a wild cat. It was something much worse. People began to run. Screams echoed through the sacred corridors. Within minutes, 4 people were on the ground, severely injured. A young boy was fighting for his life. Even the temple priest was attacked. What could cause such panic? The most fearless animal on the planet. And today, you're going to learn about the real stories of when the honey badger, also known as the Ratel, attacked humans. The honey badger is a mammal that inhabits Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, including India. Measuring only 24 to 28 inches in length and weighing between 20 to 35 pounds in Africa, it may seem harmless at first glance. But don't be fooled by its size. The Guinness Book of Records officially recognizes the honey badger as the most fearless animal in the world. And there are good reasons for this. Its skin is absurdly thick, almost like natural armor. Even bites from large predators can have difficulty penetrating it. But the most impressive thing is that this skin is loose, allowing the animal to literally turn inside it when being held by a predator to counterattack. Its jaws are powerful enough to tear apart a python. Its sharp claws can dig a 10-foot tunnel in hard soil in just 10 minutes. And it possesses surprising intelligence, being one of the few non-primate animals capable of using tools. But let's go back to that morning in 2016 at the Vagheshwari temple. What happened there was one of the most well-documented honey badger attacks in history. The animal entered the temple campus around 10 o'clock. Witnesses report that it wasn't just scared or confused. It was exceptionally fierce, aggressive in a way that even wildlife experts considered unusual. The attack was quick and brutal. The Ratel bit visitors randomly. People ran in panic, trying to protect themselves, but the animal was relentless. Among the victims was the temple priest himself. A young boy was seriously injured. The situation was critical. Local residents and the forest department team rushed to the scene. They managed to save the boy in time, but it was close. After spreading chaos, the animal finally got trapped inside a room on campus. The operation to capture it was extremely dangerous. Even cornered, the Ratel remained aggressive, ready to attack anyone who approached. Purbit Maru, forest official at the Girnar Wildlife Sanctuary, stated at the time, it was a frightening experience for the devotees. It is difficult to locate honey badgers even in forest areas. We were surprised that they would approach inhabited areas and attack people in this manner. The animal was finally caged and taken for veterinary evaluation. Its behavior was so abnormal that experts decided to keep it under observation before deciding about releasing it back into nature. It's worth noting that in India, honey badgers tend to be smaller and lighter than in Africa, which makes this case even more surprising. This was a rare but proven case. A real attack, documented, with victims who needed hospital treatment. But this isn't the only shocking story involving the honey badger. There are even more disturbing reports coming from Africa and even from war zones in Iraq. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this content and want to see more real stories from the animal world, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. This helps a lot and motivates me to bring more impressive cases like this one. In Africa, there's a legend that has circulated among safari guides, hunters, and locals for decades. And this legend involves a honey badger attack tactic that is, to say the least, disturbing. Historical reports suggest that when the honey badger faces larger animals like buffalo, wildebeest, antelopes, or zebras, it adopts a specific strategy. It attacks directly at the male reproductive organs, the most vulnerable parts of these large animals. The first published record of this dates back to 1947. when Forest Ranger Stevenson Hamilton reported a honey badger that castrated an adult buffalo. Reports mention that this brutal tactic causes massive hemorrhaging, and the honey badger simply waits for the animal to weaken before finishing the attack. This strategy is not random. It's a demonstration of tactical intelligence. The honey badger knows exactly where to attack to neutralize an opponent much larger than itself. And it's precisely this calculating intelligence that makes the animal so feared. Now, it's important to note that no confirmed case of this type of attack has been reported on humans since 1950. Some researchers believe that much of this may be folklore exaggerated over the years, but the reputation is established. Safari guides in Botswana joke about being more afraid of honey badgers than lions, and this reputation didn't come from nowhere. The honey badger really does seek vulnerable points when attacking, which isn't surprising given that these animals are known for their high intelligence and even ability to use tools. There was a reliable report in captivity of a honey badger named Stoffel, known for using tools to escape from his enclosure, who invaded the lion's pen and tried to attack the male lion directly in the lower parts. But in this case, the lion dodged, but still took a bite to the face that made him bleed. But the size difference is very high. The enraged lion attacked and seriously injured Stoffel. Even so, after veterinary care, incredibly, the honey badger managed to survive the lion's attack. But perhaps the most bizarre story involving honey badgers happened in 2007, in Basra, Iraq, during the British occupation. Rumors began to spread throughout the city. Strange creatures described as man-eaters were terrorizing the population. The most interesting thing is that in this region, female honey badgers captured by scientists weighed around 40 pounds, which is more than the maximum in other regions like Africa. Male honey badgers tend to weigh more than females, so imagine the damage a honey badger weighing over 44 pounds could cause. Swad Hassan, a housewife, reported, "I was sleeping when this strange animal attacked me on the head. My husband ran to shoot it, but it was fast as a deer. It's the size of a dog but has a monkey's head." A 50-year-old farmer, Sadr Jabbar, claimed to have seen the animal attacking animals at night. It even ate an entire cow, tore the cow apart piece by piece. Another farmer, Ali Mosen, was convinced this animal appeared right after a raid by British forces in the region. The conspiracy theory spread like wildfire. The residents of Basra were certain that the British had brought these beasts as a psychological weapon. British military spokesperson, Major Mike Shearer, categorically denied the accusations. "We can categorically state that we have not released man-eating badgers into the area. These are indigenous nocturnal carnivores that do not attack humans unless cornered." Several animals were captured and killed by farmers. The director of Basra's veterinary hospital, Mushtaq Bulmadi, inspected the bodies and confirmed they were honey badgers, known locally as algerta. They appeared before the fall of the regime in 1986. The claim that they were brought by British forces is incorrect and unscientific. Experts believe the honey badgers were being forced toward the city due to the reflooding of marshlands north of Basra, areas that had been drained by Saddam Hussein years earlier. The destruction of natural habitat was pushing the animals into urban areas. But for many residents of Basra, the belief that the British brought these beasts remained. Now it's important to make clear that honey badger attacks on humans are not common. In fact, they are extremely rare. Generally, these attacks have some association with lack of natural food resources, caused by habitat destruction. In some documented cases, it's possible that rabid animals were responsible. In 2021, in South Africa, a rabid honey badger attacked a dog and 3 people over 2 consecutive days. One of the victims needed to be hospitalized. The animal was killed and the autopsy confirmed the presence of the rabies virus. In 2023, in Somalia, a tragic case involved 2 siblings attacked by the same honey badger. The 4-year-old girl died 2 weeks after the attack, and the 14-year-old boy died 2 days after arriving at the hospital, both victims of rabies. These cases show that when attacks occur, there's often an external factor like disease or severe disturbance of natural habitat. So if you spot a honey badger in the wild, what would be the best way to escape a possible attack? Here's some good news. The honey badger is not an exceptional runner and definitely not a jumper. Its maximum speed is about 19 miles per hour, which is fast, but only in short bursts. An adult human in good shape can run at about 15 to 19 miles per hour in short distance, but with the advantage of size and long legs, so there's a chance. The best strategy? Run. Simply run in the opposite direction and put distance between you and the animal. Unlike predators like leopards or cheetahs, the honey badger is not built for long or explosive chases. It's built for endurance, close combat, and digging. So if you can maintain distance, there's a good chance the honey badger won't continue a chase. Of course, the ideal is to never get close enough to need to flee. Keep your distance, don't provoke, don't corner the animal, and let it go on its way. And if there's no way out, well, in this case you'll have to try to kick the honey badger, push it away, to give yourself space to escape. Don't underestimate it by trying to hold it. You saw the damage it caused in India, where apparently they tried to do that. The honey badger may not be a sprinter or jumper, but if it gets close to you, there's a high chance it will cause you serious damage. That's why the best option is to avoid it. Nature teaches us a valuable lesson. It's not the size that matters. It's the attitude, intelligence, and determination. And the honey badger? Well, it simply doesn't care. If you enjoyed this video and were impressed by these real stories, leave a like and share it with your friends. And since you made it this far, I've selected a special video as a gift for you that will impress you even more. Click there and check it out. Until next time, and be careful in the wild.